Half a day, I'm Ken Quintanilla with the latest on Typhoon In-Fa. I'm here with Chip Gard and Derek Williams from the National Weather Service, who tell us more on what Guam is in for with this typhoon. Derek, can you just tell me what is the latest on Typhoon In-Fa?
Well, right now, Typhoon In-Fa is about 280 miles southeast of Guam. It's moving west-northwest at about 10 miles per hour and has maximum sustained winds of about 110 miles an hour, and it's intensifying southeast of us. So, it's still a concern for Guam. As it moves west-northwest, closer to Guam, we expect conditions to deteriorate late tonight and especially Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. In-Fa is expected to make its closest approach to Guam probably mid-morning hour on Saturday morning, about 140 miles south-southwest of Guam. So at that time, we expect maybe winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts to maybe 50 miles per hour with the highest wind speeds on the southern portion of Guam.
I know that earlier it slowed down, but it's kind of sped up a bit. Is that correct?
It has small fluctuations in forward speed and in direction. We call those wobbles, and it's been doing that for the past few hours. But in general, we expect a west-northwest motion, 10 to 15 miles per hour over the next day or so.
And Chip, I know today the sky was really sunny and some wind as well. What kind of a weather can we be expecting throughout the night and into Saturday?
Well, it's a fairly compact system, and it's going to have to get relatively close to us in order for us to feel the inclement weather. But sometime after midnight, we expect the showers to start, and the weather will deteriorate as it moves closer. And between midnight and noon tomorrow, probably, we're going to see the worst conditions with a peak maybe around daybreak or something like that. Like Derek said, we expect 30 to 40 mile per hour winds with higher gusts. For Rhoda, we expect maybe 25 to 30 mile per hour winds with some gusts. We want people to stay out of the water, though. The rip currents and the surf is going to be treacherous and at least for a period of time, and very dangerous for people, so we want them to stay out of the water. There's going to be some flooding, probably minor flooding, but if it's flooding your place, it's not so minor. But I doubt if we'll put out flash flood warnings, but we probably will put out urban and small stream flood advisories. And so while we only expect 4 to 6 inches of rain, it's going to fall in a fairly short period of time, and it could cause some flooding for people in low-lying areas. So winds aren't terribly bad, minimal tropical storm force winds, but they can blow things around. And if you got canopies up, you might want to if they're not real strong canopies, you might want to take them down so they don't get damaged. Pick up stuff in the yard, stuff like that.
Just to be clear, when Typhoon In-Fa does make its closest point of approach to Guam, will it be a direct hit?
Oh no, we expect it, as Derek said, it'll be about 140 miles to the south-southwest of us. We'll feel primarily the peripheral winds of the system. Of course, it can move a little bit closer, but we don't expect it to get within, so that we would get destructive winds or typhoon force winds. We expect just a minimal damaging winds right now.
And just to be clear, we are in a tropical storm watch or warning?
We're in a tropical storm warning, and basically that means we expect damaging winds within the next 24 hours.
And I know as a lot of we've seen with many storms, things can change, right?
Things can change, and we're updating things every 3 hours. Derek, when do you think we'll get within radar range?
Maybe after midnight. We'll be able to see. We'll see the system on radar.
And then we'll be putting out information every hour once we get it on radar. So there'll be a lot of information going out there. We want people to be updated, but every 3 hours we'll be issuing new advisories. So.
Great. Anything else you want to
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of it.
Well, thank you guys so much again. And don't forget, in the meantime, Guam remains in condition of readiness too. In the meantime, we should also note that storm shelters are also now open. If you need a safe place to ride out the storm, you can make your way to Merizo Elementary, Talofofo Elementary, Harry S. Truman in Santa Rita, George Washington High School in Manila, or Astumbo Elementary in Merizo. If you need a ride to these storm shelters, you can contact your village mayor. In the meantime, for women 36 weeks pregnant or high risk, you can make your way to the Guam Memorial Hospital or Guam Regional Medical City. Naval Hospital Guam, meanwhile, will also be contacting their patients. These pregnant women will remain at the hospitals for the duration of the storm until it's determined safe. In the meantime, the Public Health Northern and Southern Regional Community Health Centers will remain open, but only for non-emergency cases. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure to do your indoor and outdoor preparedness to ensure everyone in your family is safe. For more on Typhoon In-Fa, stay tuned to the stations of KUAM on air, online, or on demand. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Quintanilla.